Welcome back. We're in the top four of the Legacy Live here at South Florida Magic. I'm David Winstout. We're joined by Jacob Handerhan.
Yes, sir. Now, this is a match I actually have never seen. Show and Tell versus Rug Delver.
Really?
I've actually never once in my entirety seen this matchup.
This is a very classic match. It hasn't been played lately. Still definitely a classic, though. Rug Delver favored.
Okay,
Rug Delver has quick threats, mana denial to get rid of those city traders, those ancient tombs, things like that.
Okay.
Lots of counter spells. Those are all things Danny Savage does not want to particularly see. Danny Savage, though, does always have the ability to just win. It's one of the benefits of playing Show and Tell, and that's why you pick up a deck like that. So we'll see how it goes. Danny Savage looking like he's thinking...
I'm seeing... No.
Yeah. So he's going to keep his mull. He's going to scry to the bottom. Scry roll doing a lot of work there.
It is. No, this is... I mean, I know Rug Delver has a very large amount of counter spells. Even with the flex spots of the 6 that we have here, Spell Pierce, Spell Snare.
Yep.
Spell Snare, not so much. Spell Pierce, big threat.
Very good here.
I just never seen this matchup, and I'm seeing it. He ripped the polluted, which is nice to see.
He did keep a very bad hand because he only had Lotus Petal Brainstorm for mana and mana finding. If he did not find a land on the top, the game was just over. So I don't agree with Danny Savage keeping that hand particularly.
But he found the Show and Tell.
But he happened to find a land. He happened to find some Show and Tell,
There's
some
a Grizzle
forces. He could just simply get what he needs. We'll see how it goes.
I'd put the Grizzlebrand back right now.
Yeah, you can wait on that.
You have that in the Force. You got Force backup.
I didn't put the Show and Tell back and keep the forces as backup, but
But he has a sneak attack in hand too.
correct.
So I mean, he'll play to the out there. I don't think
It's a lot harder to get that 4 mana though when you use your Lotus Petal on turn 1 to brainstorm and you're already on a mull to 6. So
good point. He also has Emrakul in hand. I didn't even see that. So it's actually he turned a bad situation to a relatively decent one.
yep.
He will have a few more turns with no lands. Is the problem?
Well, he's got to fetch right now, and he can fetch before Ryan plays a land, which I think is correct to do. The issue is if you fetch too early, he can't get a Volcanic.
Right.
So,
And we're going to see the Terminal Delver probably off of the Volcanic here versus the Trop.
it should actually be the Trop because it depends what's in his hand, but there are more green than red. Then that means he has a red spell in hand or he has a Trop in hand.
Yeah, it's true. He probably has the Trop in hand. Now he has Days backup. If he has it, the question is Danny going to fetch here because he put back the Grizzlebrand and Show and Tell? No, we saw him put Grizzlebrand back. He put Show and Tell he put the Force of Will.
Hmm?
With the Force of Will. So we have Show and Tell, Sneak Attack, Emrakul, and something else in his hand.
I would have put back one of the fatties. You only need one fatty to win the game. You don't need Emrakul and Grizzle. You just need one.
That's it. Yeah.
He might wait to draw and then fetch after, but still you're missing a draw step to find that land, which you so desperately need right now.
But he took it back to get the Force of Will in hand. I think he's going to fetch in the turn now and hope he can get another land. He's going to look for the Stifle. I think. That is a nice art. I actually never looked at Pluto Delta when it wasn't so foily. That's a nice art.
It's pretty good.
They have the artists right now. They have 3x4 canvas prints of those out right now.
Like 3 feet by 4 feet or 3 inch by 4 inches?
3 feet by 4 feet.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
And I'm not sure on the pricing, but they're beautiful. I wonder if he got the Stifle. This would be interesting if he did. It would actually.
Yeah, that'd be really big.
He's fetching.
Looks like he does. He does.
Yeah, the Stifle. It's the old art, and I'm not used to it. He might have to use the Force of Will here.
Yeah.
I mean, if he doesn't, he's just out of this game.
It's daggers, but you have to.
I mean, just double Force. Hope he doesn't have. Yeah, double Force. Keep your Show and Tell in hand. And let's see if he has the Days.
Those are 4 and black bordered.
He had the Days.
Volcanics and Trops. And he had the Days.
He had the Stifle and the Days. Oh. Another card that I would actually like to see printed in E-Masters. It's only been printed, twice?
Once, twice, yeah.
Twice. The dual deck right there, and then the original.
Yep.
And
Delvers.
both Delvers not.
They do flip off a bolt, though.
I was about to say they both don't flip here.
So 6, 6, 3. He's got 3 turns. He's taking 6, then 6, or 6, then 9. That's 15. If he fetches, he's dead. In 2 turns.
That's absolutely correct. It's wow, this is a lot harder than I thought, especially on a mull to 6 with no lander.
Yep.
He thought he had a better chance here than what he had. He passed turn, end turn bolt, go to 7. And now it's just going through the motions, I think.
It looks like he drew a second bolt. I can't tell.
It might have been. I'm not sure on that one. And yeah, you were right.
He did.
That was fast.
All right, that was a lightning fast
Lightning bolt.
game 1. Let's go take a look at the sideboards and see what these players are bringing in for game 2 of Rug versus Sneak and Show.
Immediately I see Danny Savage bringing in Blood Moon.
not that good here. It's fine, but it's only good if they don't have a threat out. People like Blood Moon is not as good against Rug as his other decks
because they run red spells.
They get their red threat or their threats out so quickly. Like against Charlotte's Bug, they get their threats out over time, and they're a grindy matchup. Ryan's trying to get a threat down turn 1 or 2, and then he's done with his threats. It typically.
Okay, so it's not as good as I'm thinking it is.
It's still very good once it resolves, but it's not an I win button.
Okay, got it.
Like it's not as much. It's still it loses a lot of its effectiveness. Beseju,
all the way.
Definitely coming in. Flusterstorm, yep.
Intuition, no.
No, Intuition's better against like discard and stuff like that.
Returned.
No, not good enough.
Really?
It only kills Delvers.
Nimble Mongoose. Does it deal 2 or 3?
It deals 2.
Oh,
pretty sure, but
it's 2. Then the flashback is 5.
Yes.
When you cast or put into play any other 6-drop or higher. Maybe a through. No, I wouldn't think you'd want to do Through the Reach here. Not as much as I thought there'd be in his here to do. I mean, I see the Power Blast coming in. I see the Flusterstorm, the Beseju. Those are the main 3 I see.
That's about what I'd bring in for sure. And if you do have some dead cards, maybe the Blood Moon is right.
Maybe even Intuition just to get
maybe Intuition
cards.
Could be right, or even Sudden Shock. Even though that seems really bad.
What's Sudden Shock? It's an old one. I know
That's
that.
It's 2 damage.
It's
2 mana, 2 damage. It's split second.
Oh God. That's when I first started playing Burn. My deck was the jankiest thing. What's the 3/1 phasing 2 or something like that? Something Marauders. It's a red and a 1. It's like a 3/1 or a 3.
Keldon Marauders.
Keldon.
Yeah.
That was when I first started playing Burn, and I didn't have all the right cards. I didn't have Chain Lightnings. I didn't have anything. And I had Keldon Marauders. And I had a bunch of other.
Keldon Marauders was the right card for a long time.
I had Ball Lightning in there.
Ball Lightning? Wow.
I loved it.
Ball Lightning's that's a little old school, man. You're going pretty far back.
But that's when I started playing Legacy. That's what I had. I didn't have all the fetches. I didn't have everything, so I ran what I'd had.
Yep. You got to run what you got to run, man, or what you have. So can't fault you for that.
I had 4 Price of Progress in the main. It was awful.
Price of Progress 4 main is now correct, though.
Is it really?
Yes, it is.
Oh my God.
Meta's changed.
When I played, I was terrified. So
all these decks like Lance and stuff and Grixis Delver are top tier, so you're just crushing them. We do see both players keeping 7.
Which is nice to see.
And Danny actually has Lance, so he gets to play the game a little more than most.
He's going to get his basic to fight around the Delver Wasteland. And I guess he might brainstorm now, or he might brainstorm later. I think he wants to keep the mana up for the Spell Pierce in his hand. Not so sure on this one. He has to show and tell.
Yeah, usually it's always correct to turn 1 Delver, but if you need to keep a Spell Pierce and stuff like that against combo, once in a while it's the correct thing to do. And it sucks because
He did bring the Blood Moon in.
You're missing out some damage. So he brought the Blood Moons in.
Did he see any other land is the question. He's going to shuffle away. He didn't see land. He's going to keep it some... Well, I guess it's not a risky hand with a Brainstorm and a Ponder in hand for a 1-lander.
Yeah. I also feel just a good rule of thumb for pondering is if you ponder and you keep, you better be pretty close to winning the game with what's on top of your deck.
That's true. And he got the second land off that, which was nice to see. And he has the Grizzlebrand, and is there a show and tell in there? I couldn't quite tell. Ooh, what is that? Yuck, gross. Let's see, another ponder from Dan. He also has some signed ponders. He's also a big fan of signed cards like Matt Schneider, and it's not a bad thing. It's preference, personally. I actually can't tell if any of those cards are... I see Brainstorm, Grizzlebrand, Spell Pierce, another Brainstorm, and then there's 2 cards I can't differentiate from.
It's Impulse.
It's Impulse.
Yep.
Weird. Impulse is... Which one again?
I'll pull it up for you guys real quick so you can go ahead and read the actual text on it.
It's an older card.
Take a look at it.
Oh, it's a new art. That's why I'm not... Okay.
Impulse. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. It's the 9th cantrip, often.
Got it. Okay. I actually kind of like that. That's not a bad card. Interesting art.
It is. Well, the original art, which is doing a throwback to, I can't really pull it up here because of the program we're using, but it's an old guy looking the same way. Yeah. So we've seen Nimble Mongoose out. That's the word. That's a pretty bad threat for Ryan. It's not going to turn into a 3/3 for a long time.
No, I don't think that there's anything in the graveyard for him to even feed it right now.
You'll have a brainstorm. You'll have a fetch land soon, so you'll get just under a third of the way there.
Yeah, the issue is Danny needs to pull a third and fourth land to stay safe here. So there's Omniscience. Oh, it's a burn. He has both the Wish, Show and Tell, and Omniscience.
Yep.
So he has some outs here. It's not like he's
really should get a Beseiju. That would be fantastic.
He draws the Beseiju.
That's what you want to do, right?
That'd be the goal. Have you ever thought of building a green-blue Show and Tell, or is that just impossible?
Other than a what? Sorry.
Green-blue Show and Tell. Is there a possibility of that so you can actually go out and find your lands with crop rotation, things like that nature?
I don't think I've seen that.
We've seen black-blue, we've seen red-blue, I've seen mono-blue. I've seen blue-white. Don't think green-blue is
I don't think I've seen the Simic version, if that's what we're going to call it. That's what we call it now, right?
Simic, yeah, Simic. That's the gate, yeah.
I've never seen that. Eureka Tell is what Uroborian is saying in chat. Maybe, man. I don't know. Sounds good to me.
Is Eureka banned? No?
Nope. It's just much worse because it's too green and you got to play green.
Good point.
And then your opponent also gets to put things into play.
Yeah, you got the third land there. That's nice to see. He might... There's nothing to wish for end of turn. There's two Nimble Mongooses. They naturally have hexproof, which is interesting.
Shroud, actually.
Is it Shroud?
You can't target them either.
Got it, okay. Those are foil in there, shining bright.
Yes.
That's a card I'd like to see reprinted in E-Masters, because those foils are expensive.
Yeah, they're only played in Rug Delver.
I guess that's a good point, too.
They're not played anywhere else, so...
Doesn't want any of his red sources right now, so it's interesting.
He has it in the fetch lands. Red is only needed for Pyroblast.
Yeah.
And Bolt, which, believe me, are very relevant. Don't get me wrong, but...
You're a heavier green deck than you are.
Correct. You're playing eight green spells,
Gotcha.
4 red spells. 4 bolts versus 4 Goyfs and 4 Nimble Mongoose.
Much better here. Good point. I like his choice of basics, though.
The unglued?
Yeah, I used to...
A lot of people hate the frame. I personally am okay with the frame.
I'm okay with it. I used to hate it all the time. I really just disliked it. And it grew on me. I had the unglued for a while versus the unhinged. And I swapped back and forth, and these are the ones that stuck with me.
I think it's a good design, too, because I can immediately tell what kind of lane it is without having to do much work at all.
Yeah, and we're going to see a Blood Moon here.
So this is an interesting Blood Moon. There's a lot that's going on right now. He doesn't think it's going to resolve.
Yeah.
It's bait. If it does resolve, it happens to win the game, but it's just...
It's baiting the days. He might force this just to bait out the rest of the spells is the whole thing here. Gonna let it happen, okay. Blood Moon, another card actually, out of Legacy, where they're talking about it in Modern. They've been talking about it forever, but they're actually talking about banning it.
Who is they?
A lot of judges I've met, they've said, few 2 or 3 judges have said that they're contemplating it. A few people like Wizards of the Coast, stuff like that. There's been rumors.
That wouldn't surprise me because they like to ban cards. Blood Moon is not fun, and Wizards of the Coast is trying to make profit. And you can't have profit when players aren't having fun.
I mean, choke?
Less common.
Yeah, okay, I can agree with that. And he baited out the days. Let's see if there's another days or...
Going to give it a shot. So Show and Tell coming into play.
Beautiful card.
And let's see what kind of counter spells he's got.
He's going to fetch here, so maybe he has his own Spell Pierce up.
Pretty sure he does have a Spell Pierce.
He's going to tap it, and what is he going to do here? And Danny's going to force whatever it was, because he drew the second Show and Tell. So he still had more bait for it, which is nice to see. And there's also a Force of Will, so we're going to see... What did he...
A Force back?
Well, show us the Spell Pierce or whatever you tapped for.
He did. He put it on the outside of the graveyard. He was really quick with it.
So Wasteland and Omniscience.
No, I guess it wasn't a Force of Will. That's...
There's a Blood Moon. Okay. So right there, he's going to wish for...
Yeah.
Emrakul?
So Cunning Wish, let him get anything he wants outside of the game. He gets a Ladamry's Call.
Eldamry's. What do you call it?
A Ladamry.
A Ladamry.
Yep.
Domry.
Eladamry. E-L-A-D-A-M.
Ella Domry.
It's a man.
Ella Domry. I don't know who's right here. I really don't.
I don't know. Chat, let us know what you think.
Please,
Is it
I've always
is
called
it Eladamri or Eladamri?
I've always called it Eladamri.
Eladamri sounds right,
Might be why I'm
but
saying
Wizards of the
it.
Coast is known for like making mistakes.
That might be why I'm saying it that way. I have no idea. It is a good card. My friend has a foil. It's beautiful.
Oh, the foil's gonna be so pretty though.
Oh, it's real nice. And let's go to the board again. I mean, we're going to see a Ryan.
I don't think much is really going to change.
Ryan on the play. We never actually talked about his board that much. He's going to bring Pith and Eel in for the sneak attack, right?
I would wager so. Yeah.
And Dismember doesn't do much. Rough Tumble.
Seal of Primordium's also okay against sneak attack, but they're just going to wait and play it when they have the mana to activate it in response.
Yeah.
Pyroblast, super good. Surgical, actually really good. Invasive Surgery is house.
Oh God.
This
is where you want to
invasive surgery is made for this matchup. It's made for you want invasive surgery against Show and Tell, Storm, and Miracles, right? Those are the three biggest decks you want to bring in. So,
I mean, this is our new Envelop that's just got on steroids, and it's great.
Yeah. Envelop is already played as is. At least always a one of in most Rug Delver sideboards.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm still looking for some foils. No one has any.
Envelop or
yes, invasive surgery.
Got to go on the internet, buddy.
Oh, I don't like it. I do the best I can never to buy cards online, and I've done so far.
I typically don't buy online often either. I prefer trading, or I just like buying from local vendors and stuff.
Unless it's SFM.
Because
they are guaranteed to have real cards.
Thank you for...
It's true. I've seen you guys. You guys are very meticulous with it.
We are.
We could see a turn 1 Blood Moon here.
That's really good.
City of Traders, Petal, Blood Moon.
Does he have it? He does have it?
Yeah, that's what he has.
Well, Ryan better have a force. Ryan's on the play, though, so he could hold up a Spell Pierce.
Or a Daze. I mean, is he going to 6? I don't know if he went to 6 or 7 there. 4, 5, 6. I see a Stifle, a Delver, a Pyroblast. Pyroblast won't do it.
No, it'll do it because you can tap red and counter Show and Tell.
God, that's about all he has, though. I mean, that would be the nuts if he actually got this off. It put him back for a while on the land count, but
yeah, it's still you don't care. You're going to win.
He's going to turn 1 Delver.
Oh,
do we go for it?
Oh,
I don't know. Do we go for it?
He knows that he can get dazed or forcible right here. That's it. Otherwise, that spell is resolving.
He's not going to do it. He's going to go turn 1 Ponder.
I think.
I would go for the risky play. That's me.
I think you go for it. The thing is, he has about a 40% chance to have dazed or Delver, dazed or forcible in hand.
Petal. Resolves. City. Oh, I want to see it. Show me the Blood Moon. I like that kind of signature, actually, on the side of the card like that. Doesn't look bad.
Yes, Scott Fisher does that a lot.
Yeah.
Blood Moon resolves.
Okay. We got to start
now. We are going to have some Pyroblast and things like that are still effective and forcible in Daze. Daze isn't effective anymore. You can't return an island to your hand.
Nope. It's all a mountain.
So,
his City of Traders is now gone. We need to talk to him about that.
Yep. No, it's a mountain.
Oh my God, it's a mountain.
Yep.
That's insane.
Yep.
That's actually phenomenal.
Dryad Arbor becomes a red 1/1 mountain.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's actually kind of cool.
It's still a creature.
It's a mountain harbor. Wow, I actually forgot it turned city. Oh my God. This is he got the volcanic.
He flips. Looks like he flipped off a Spell Pierce, which unfortunately
cannot be.
Ryan's not casting that card.
Ever.
Ryan's not in the worst spot because he's still got a threat out, and he can still cast counter spells.
Danny needs one more turn for sneak attack there.
Yep. Sneak attack is really bad for Ryan unless Ryan gets that counter out. Ryan's obviously not really comfortable with the Blood Moon.
No.
But he's not just dead, which is a really good spot. This is where the Silver Bullet effect comes into play, right?
Right.
Because imagine if you got that out on turn 1 before Delver landed. This game would just be over.
That would be it. He'd actually have
correct. But now Blood Moon's just it's a dagger. It's really effective, but it's not just an eye win.
That's true. Gonna Power Blast the Cunning Wish.
Yep, that's really good.
That's what you do. Draws
is it a land?
Show me a land.
Not a land.
But it's a ponder. He can still cast
He'll find a land. He's got Brainstorm as well.
But only 1 blue source. We're going to see Blood Moon, Show and Tell, Grizzlebrand?
Well, Show and Tell's really good.
I mean, get the Show and Tell out. He uses Pyroblast. Danny doesn't know, but that's the only Pyroblast?
He plays two. He does play two Pyroblast.
But the odds of having both in hand are so slim. Don't shuffle. Just keep it. Keep it on top. Why is that Grizzlebrand on top? Stop it.
The thing is, if that show and tell doesn't resolve, Danny's going to take a lot of damage before he draws something good again.
Yeah.
Because he's stuck. He can't shuffle anything away. He has a brainstorm, and that's not really. It's only getting him one card deeper. But
I'd still do it.
You need the show and tell.
I'd go for the show and tell at this point.
That's what your deck's named after.
I mean, yeah, that's what you're there for. I think he took it too. Yep. He took it. Bash go to 10. He still has some turns even after that because Emrakul flies. It's not like you can't block a Delver. Just slam it. You turned off every counterspell except Force of Will. I mean, at this point, you just gotta hope he doesn't have it.
And we're winging it. Show and tell. It. Show me what you got. And Ryan.
Nope.
Oh, no, that's never good.
No, why would you do that? Why is he casting Sneak Attack?
No, he's show and telling in Sneak Attack.
Why?
Because then it's...
Next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. They can't do anything against
the thing is, if Ryan draws the Pithing Needle...
Oh, don't say that. If he draws the Pithing Needle, Danny, do the Emrakul.
He's thinking. He
thought about it. Or the Grizzlebrand. Grizzlebrand's not a bad option.
It's against Rug. You just can't lose. They don't have answers to these kind of cards.
Oh,
the Sealer Primordium.
Oh, wow.
He brought it in, so he gets his mana back.
That's nice. That was really
I don't
cool.
think he can do anything against the Emrakul, though. What do you have?
Splash Black Chainer's Edict? I don't know. I mean...
Tarmogoyf? He's just going to sack 6 permanents.
He's done.
I don't know why I wouldn't keep the land in his hand.
Danny, play the other Blood Moon. Make him cry.
Stifle the trigger.
Stifle the Annihilation 6 trigger.
Oh! He goes down to 5, but then he can attack for 3 plus... If he draws a bolt, he can win.
Brainstorm this.
You see what he's doing? So
I do.
Yeah. Wow, really good play from Ryan Lesko here.
That was nice to see. Wow, you don't... No, more people don't... you have to be a decent player to do it. And a lot of people forget you can stifle the Annihilator 6 trigger.
Yep.
And it's a really insane thing to do.
So, Brian will take 15.
Go to 5.
But, ooh, buddy. If he draws a bolt, it all depends on how big Goyf is right now.
Instant, sorcery, land, enchantment.
The enchantment is 4 plus 3, so Volt does it. If he gets a bolt, it's over.
If he has a bolt, he wins. That's insane. That makes you wonder, doesn't it? Almost wish he did cast Grizzlebrand over Emrakul now.
Yeah.
Almost. Oh.
That's right. He has another show and tell.
That's right.
Blood Moon's gone. He has the mana now.
He didn't have anything to bring in against it. He didn't bring anything with show and tell.
Yep.
Not even a land? What does he have? He has a hand of cantrips.
Yeah, I think that does it. Man, that was so close from Ryan. That was some good navigation, but...
That was real close there. That's a shame.
And Psycho TKT points out he did have the show and tell on hand because Blood Moon's gone, so City Traders is active.
Yeah, I thought I knew I saw him force one away, and I didn't see him draw the other one. We see Ponder, Brainstorm. Looks like Nimble Mongoose and a Fetch. Not sure. Wow. Again, this is just showing you. I was saying earlier, show and tell's still in. Even without Dig Through Time, even without with a bunch of those cards, it's still here.
What are Ryan's looking for? I don't see anything in his list that could possibly help him.
I don't know at all.
Fire Ice could.
Tap target permanent.
Right? Well, Emrakul has protection.
Right, he'd have to be on his turn, he'd have to find Fire Ice, tap Grizzlebrand.
Yeah.
And swing.
And swing in and still have a bolt.
That just seems very...
But I don't think he has Fire Ice. I know he doesn't, actually.
Goes to 4.
I talked to him about it pregame, but he kept the preordaining in. So let's see what he's doing. What do you got, Ryan?
Are you going to tell him now? So where's that Fire Ice at?
Yeah, I know. It would have been really sick.
Ah, it's a shame. Not a shame. It was a good match. It absolutely was a phenomenal match. Emmercoif just wasn't big enough for a 2-drop.
He could stifle and chump block the Emrakul if he can somehow get rid of the Griselbrand, but I don't see what he has in his list to do it. Land, Brainstorm,
No.
Shuffle, Draw.
You need another flyer. What would he draw?
He can't even have a flyer this turn though. He doesn't have enough mana for click.
He doesn't. I think he's just trying here. Just trying to see if you can find anything.
Maybe he's just making it spicy for the camera.
It's possible. This game went by relatively fast.
Making it we got almost a 30-minute match still, but
That's a pretty good match.
Oh.
Trying.
Brainstorm again.
2, 3. So there's a stifle. Stifle it just to stifle it?
That's
No,
it.
That
Nothing.
was it.
So.
Alright. Danny Savage going to top 2.
Yep.
That went a lot differently than I expected, honestly. I really thought... I thought he got the bolt when I got it. I didn't see the other show and tell. It was really...
Yeah, I forgot about the Blood Moon
interesting.
being peeled off, so that turned the City Traders back on.
It's true.
Turned the show and tell back on, which he had another of, and he got there with the second blocker.
When you got it. He didn't see any of his removal. His
To be fair, though,
package.
he never saw a bolt anyway, so he never would have...
It's a good point.
But he could have blocked the Delver, and maybe he would have saw it stifle and tried to buy some more turns to dig deeper. But
that'd have been nice to see. But he still navigated very well.
Mm-hmm.
Still went through it, and show and tell just got the better of him.
It did.
Oh well.
Well, we're going to go back to replay
Mm-hmm.
while the other top 4 match finishes. We have Esper midrange versus 4-color Delver, and the winner of that will be playing against Show and Tell in the finals.
Yep.
Probably anywhere from about 20-30 minutes, so hang tight. We'll see you guys soon. Bye.
All right.